Hello there. I was thinking to myself this morning, so sunrise is at 20 to 9 or so, and the sunset is at quarter past 4. And I was thinking about that idea that I had that the sun is like a train, and this is the train station, and it's slowly traveling in. And there's a certain point where it comes almost to stillness, and then it heads back out. And then I was trying to work out, I have no idea if it is it the sun that's changing direction, or is it the earth that's changing direction, or is it the whole universe that's changing direction? So I'm going to go research and find out today. It was very cool realizing I had no idea. Um, Other thing, is the yoga free? Yes, it's freely available always, always. Like there's just so much yoga up there. It's amazing. And if you have the means, then it's €10 for deep. And to get to, information on how to pay me, either go down to the video information. I think it says show more or something down here, or at the beginning and end of every video, there's my email address, and you can just email me. Okay. So come, let's move. So come into your child's pose. Coming in and just reach yourself out and long, dropping your head down, and just let that all settle. Many people are saying to me that they spend maybe 5 minutes before the class just easing into themselves and warming up. And this is amazing that we're cultivating and learning the skills of how to warm up our bodies, how to really be in our bodies. So, right now, as you settle here, just feel how we're deepening in. Nice. Bring your hands forward into your cat pose, and then rounding your back, arching your back, and look forward. Rounding your back, arching your back, and looking forward. One more time. Rounding your back, arching your back, and looking forward. Come to a neutral spine, and then draw your right hip towards your right shoulder and your right shoulder towards your right hip. And typically, we would also swing our head to look over your shoulder, but now you're just squeezing like an accordion. There should feel like there's folds emerging on the right side of your body. And then come back to center. And then squeeze the left side as squishy as you can. My bum has glided over towards the left a bit, and my shoulder is like squeezing down deeply. And then just travel from side to side. Squeeze, squeeze. Really feel like your shoulder travels into the body. Squeeze, squeeze. So we're focusing on the squeeze. Now you're going to find the length. So now stretch the right side of your body. So lean your right shoulder up towards your ear and lean into the right side of your body with your weight. And then lengthen the left side. How do you do this? How do you create movement where you have to move it to create the stretch? So stretching the left side, stretching the right. One more time. Left side and right. Super. So bring your right foot to where your right knee was. And then tuck your left toe under so it's standing on the floor. And then sit your bum back towards your heel. Your knee is to the outside of your shoulder. And then drop your knee forward. You can come to the floor, or can just travel a bit forward. Sit your bum back and travel forward. Sit your bum back and travel forward. Nice. Push back into your downward dog. Just lengthen through both legs. Nice. Drop both knees to the floor. Bring your left foot to where your left knee was. Sit your bum back. Your knee travels outside your shoulder. Your toes are standing on the right foot. Bring your knee forward. And just rock forwards and backwards. Listening to how this moves in you. One more time. Super. And then push all the way back, downward dog. And just find the length, find the stretch of you. Toes are wide, hands are pushing down. It's very interesting. One of the comments often that I get about the yoga is that people tell me, at last, my heels are down in the downward dog. So often, it depends on the person. It can take around 2.5 months of steady daily yoga for our calves to begin to unravel from the wearing of shoes. It's because we're always in heels, so we're always shortening our calves. So the gliding backwards is just a deep opening and undoing of the shoe. And drop both knees to the floor. Sit your bum back towards your heels, bring your elbows to the floor, and just roll out into your wrists. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Bring both hands forward. Now you're going to step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Help it forward whatever way you need to. Maybe rise up and then step it down. So your right foot is outside the baby finger side of your hand. And then reach your right hand forward. And then pull your right elbow back into lawnmower. And then reach your right hand forward. And pull your elbow back into lawnmower. One last time. Reach your hand forward. Drop your head down and just pause there. Nice. Slide your hand back. Bring both knees together. Left foot. So either rise up and step your left foot forward to the edge of your mat. Bring both hands to the floor. And then from here, stretch the left hand forward and pull it back into lawnmower. My chest is twisting as I do it. Reach your hand forward. Pull it back into lawnmower. One more time. Reaching forward. Pause there. Drop your head down. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Bring both knees back together. Walk your hands back. Lift your knees off the floor. And then slowly rolling all the way up to stand. Nice. Come stand to the front of your mat. So you're standing tall, shoulders are wide. There's that sense of the length of you. And then reach your arms up towards the ceiling, reaching high. Push down into your feet and reach long and strong into your fingers. Nice. Bending your elbows, bending your knees. Come all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins. Lift your chest and look forward. Hands to the floor. Stretch your right leg long behind you. And then step back into your plank. Knees to the floor, belly to the floor. Bring one elbow and then the other underneath your shoulders. Look way down the beach. I'm squeezing my bum, my toes have lifted. And then look over your right shoulder. You can relax your legs. And then look over the left shoulder. Bring your right hand to the floor beside you. Look high down towards the right. And then bring your elbow to the floor. Bring your left hand and look high down towards the left. And down. And bring your elbows to the floor again. Push back into your cat. All the way back into your downward dog. Push back. And just feel the length of you, the stretch of you. Finding your stillness. Really noticing that. I really liked that yesterday when we were exploring the internal soundtrack, the music you are making within you. So there's the physical movements that we're making, which are powered by the motor system, more or less. But then there's the sensing, feeling part of you, which is a different part of your nervous system. So in the sensing, feeling of you, what is the sense, feel of you right now? Nice. Drop your knees to the floor. Step the right foot forward. Maybe you lift up, step your foot forward, hands to the floor, stretch your back leg, step forward. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees, slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide, palms come together. Bending your elbows, bending your knees all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, lift and look forward. Hands to the floor, stretch the left foot back into a lunge. Right foot back, plank. Knees to the floor and lower all the way down. Both elbows underneath your shoulders. Look forwards. Bum is squeezing, toes have lifted. Look over the left shoulder. Look over the right shoulder. Feeling it in your neck and your rib cage wholesomely. Bring your left hand to the floor. Look high down towards the left. And bring your right hand to the floor. Look high down towards the right. Nice. Both elbows to the floor. Push back. Push back. Downward dog. And just breathing into it. Cool. So step your left foot forward. Maybe drop your knees to the floor. Help your left foot forward. And then step forward. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide. Palms come together. Palms come to rest in front of your chest. Nice. Drop your arms down. Reach your arms wide. Bending your elbows, bending your knees. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, lift your chest and look forward. Hands to the floor, step your right foot back into a lunge. Drop your right knee to the floor. Bring your left hand to your left knee and then reach the right hand up towards the ceiling, reaching really high and up. Lean into your hips a little bit more. And then bring your right hand straight forward in front of you and bring your left hand straight forward in front of you. And then pull your left elbow back like a bow and arrow. So your left elbow is drawing backwards. It's the same as lawnmower. So do lawnmower on the left. Reach your fingers really strongly into the right hand. So this is the Amazonian one. And slowly take your bow and arrow and point and follow like you're aiming at something. And just breathe into that. Nice. Bring your arrow to point forward. Change. Draw the right elbow back, making a fist out of your right hand. Reach the left hand forward. And then point your left hand up towards the ceiling, really tracking it with the fist of the back hand. Nice. Bring both hands down. Stretch your back leg. Step back. Downward dog. Have a bit of a wiggle. Nice. So bring your knees to the floor and help your right foot forward. So whatever way you do, right foot comes forward. Lift the back knee. Just pause for a moment in your lunge. And then drop your knee to the floor. Bring your right hand to your right knee and rise up and reach your hand straight up towards the ceiling. Nice. Bring both hands straight forward in front of you. And then pull the right elbow back really powerfully, like you're drawing back the bow of an arrow or the string of an arrow of a bow. Arrow bow, whatever. Great, you get me. So reach the left hand up towards the ceiling. I remember once in a real class, I gave this instruction, pull back your bow and arrow, and we were all standing. And then I looked at the class, and there was maybe 30 people aiming at me. It was amazing, so powerful. Come back to center. Change arms, reach your left hand forward. No, right hand forward, left elbow back. And then point your arrow upwards again. And just feel it deep in your body. Nice. Bring both hands down. Stretch your back leg. Step back into your downward dog. And then come to sit on your mat. All the way down. Whichever way you do. Legs are long in front of you. And then bend both knees. So your feet are, I suppose they're around mat distance apart. And they're flat on the floor. And there's maybe around 1.5 feet between my bum and my heel. So draw the right foot in. So it's resting somewhere between your left hip and your left foot, wherever it lands naturally. And then just lift your knee up and down. There should be no pain in your knee. We're just mobilizing into the hip as we do this. Lift your knee up and down. Hear your body, what's it saying as you do this. Nice, other side. Bring your left foot in. Let it land where your leg butts it. And that's really important. And then lift your knee up and down. So a leg that places itself is connected and can ground itself. Whereas if I place it with my hand, there isn't the muscular connection that got it there. So all these movements, the leg makes the movement, not the hands. Okay, you're just gliding your knee up and down. Cool, both feet to the floor. So draw the right foot in again. Your foot places itself. And then begin to hop your left foot a little bit over towards the right. So it could be that your left foot is directly in front of you and that feels strong enough for your knees and your hips. It could be that your left foot is over beside the right knee. It could be that your left foot is actually over this top of your right knee, but your leg got itself there, not your hands pulling your leg, okay? So I'm going to have my foot straight forward in front of me. So the main thing is that your hips are what's stretching here. If there's any discomfort in your knee, then your hips aren't more open enough. So reverse, reverse. So reach both hands forward and draw your left elbow back. Again, that Amazonian warrior. Bring your fingers to the floor behind you. Keep reaching really deeply forward with your right hand. And then glide your right hand around the corner till it's pointing towards the left. Just feel that you're really tall, you're long. And then keep that axis clear in your spine and just let your arm come rest onto your knee and get taller. Lengthening into your breath, deepening into it. Nice, release. Bring your left foot back to the left, right foot out towards the right, and then tuck the left foot in. And then just see, where does the right foot go? If you find that when you tuck your foot around the corner that your bum lifts, that's okay. Don't force your bum down, because if you do, it's going to go into your knee. Okay, so if your bum is up in the air, great. Or if your bum is on the floor with your foot forward, great. Don't force your bum down. Bring both hands forward. Pull your right elbow back and bring your fingers to the floor, and then glide the left hand around the corner till it's pointing towards the right. Find your length. Really be strong and up through the spine. Bring your left hand down until it's touching the thigh on the right, and then lengthen even more. Nice, release. Come back to center. Both feet are wide, and then bring the soles of your feet together. So your feet are out from you. They're not close towards your pubic bone, they're out from you. Reach both arms forward and wrap your right arm over the left. Hold on to your shoulder blades. And then drop your elbows down in the direction of your right thigh. And then I will say it's a bit like stirring a big cauldron. Begin to make a big circle with your elbows. Really hear the deep of your belly, the deep of your thighs, your hips, your feet, and then roll in the other direction. Nice, sitting up tall, stretch your arms out forward, change the cross of your arms, bring your left arm over the right, hold on to your shoulders, go to the left and draw a circle with your elbows. Big circle. Really feel that it's more or less engaging the whole of you. Go slowly and go steadily. Find your distance in this. Nice. Come back to center. Bring your feet wide, release your shoulders. And just slide your left hand down your right leg. Drop your head down. And then slide your right hand down your left leg and down. And just glide from side to side. We were doing this a few days ago. So for me, my baby finger glides down towards the baby toe side of my foot. And I feel this kind of meow every time. I got no choice. It's like there's this sound that emerges in my body. And I get really into the kind of the deep sense of reaching through the side that's extending the arm out. And my arm starts to lift the elbow a little bit more, and I just get really kind of stretchy into the side of my body. And so just feel that. Use your hand on the floor to support your weight as you just lengthen and lengthen. How super cool. Come all the way back up to center. Bend your knees and come to lie on the floor. Feet are on the floor and just sway your knees from side to side. Let it massage or sort of like sweeping up the dust. Let it just gather up anything that feels it needs a little bit of tension. So maybe your knees, your hips, your belly. Just let this soothen out or smoothen out. Nice. And then keep your feet on the floor. Roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. Stretch both legs up towards the ceiling. And you can just have your legs up, or it's very nice to bring two fists or two hands underneath your bum. And just pause there, legs up. And just notice the soundtrack of you right now. What is the sense of you in this moment? Just rolling out into your ankles, big circle. Circle in the other direction. Nice. Point your toes, flex your foot. Point your toes and flex your foot. Nice. Bend your knees, release your hands, just shake out your hands a little bit. And then just squeeze your knees towards you and just think about all the things that you are enjoying in this moment. Maybe just the breath in your belly, the weight of your body. You've done your yoga. 9 days to the solstice. There is a free solstice class on the 21st at 4 o'clock. It's on YouTube Live, so it'll be here, or it's also on Zoom. So I'll be multiples streaming to different platforms. It'll also be on Facebook. Nice. Bring both feet to the floor. And then in your own time, if you're in the evening, you can just stay there, stretch your legs out long. If you're in the morning, you can stay there and stretch your legs out long. Tendency is, though, that we gallop off into our days. So have a wonderful day. Those of you who are sea swimming, yes, the water is getting so much colder. Oh my God, it's so cold out there, but so glorious. So enjoy the sea, enjoy your day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Ciao.